So, Carmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old student out of North Texas who decided to attend a track meet in April. And the story goes that it started to rain, and he then decided to look for refuge by going into the opposing team's tent. When he was there, this is when he was approached by Austin Metcalf, who instructed him that he needed to leave the restricted area. It's at this point Carmelo Anthony grabs and picks up his bag and says, "Touch me and see what happens." Now, not believing this threat, Austin proceeds to touch Carmelo Anthony, in which case Carmelo replies, "Punch me and see what happens." At this point, again, not actually believing the threat, Austin proceeds to grab Carmelo Anthony, in which case he takes out his knife and stabs him right there in the chest. Austin Metcalf winds up bleeding out and dying right there on the scene in his twin brother's arms. Carmelo Anthony is then arrested on $1 million bond, which is later brought down to $250,000, and his family sets up a give, send, go to raise funds for the whole situation. They managed to raise about $500,000. Now that we're all caught up and on the same page, I think we can all agree that this situation is simply a tragedy because there is no reason why Austin Metcalf had to lose his life that day. It is very, very clear to me that this situation could have easily been handled in a simple high school scuffle or the right thing, which would have been a de-escalation of tensions. And it's very sad that Carmelo Anthony, number one, brought a knife to a track meet, but then number two, decided to make all the wrong decisions that day, not only taking a life of someone else, but also ruining his life in the process. That being said, there is no world where I would have been one of the supporters of his give, send, go. Because even though he is presumed innocent until proven guilty, there is no debate on whether or not he killed Austin Metcalf. The debate is whether or not it was full self-defense or an unnecessary escalation that led to the loss of life. And it is my view that it is the latter.